Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and my name is Betty Yosin. Those who already follow me know me. I am a sports journalist with EIB Network, that's GH1 TV and Star FM. And today there is something I want to talk about, and I mean, you've seen the title and clearly you have an idea of what I want to talk about. It's about my worst heartbreak. Love is a very beautiful thing. I think that when people are in relationships and they are blinded by love, and for that matter, they ignore certain red flags, and you try to advise them to leave that particular relationship because of the red flags that are in the relationship. Probably it's an emotional abusive relationship, it's a physical abusive relationship, and you try to advise the person. If the person is your friend, you end up becoming the third person. And that's because love is a bit complicated. You struggle to understand the feeling. Something you can't see, you can't touch, and it feels so strong. When you are in love, advices becomes nonsense. And so sometimes you ask yourself, why is this person in a marriage, an abusive marriage, and everybody is asking the person, leave or leave or leave, or yet the person is still in that marriage? That's because over the years, he or she has grown so much in love with the partner, and so leaving that person to start all over again becomes difficult. You are leaving this person you've known maybe 10 years or 15 years, 4 years or 5 years of your life. Someone that you are regularly in touch with. Morning, evening, afternoon, you are talking to this particular person. The person becomes your best friend. The person becomes your gossip partner. The person becomes your everything. Imagine if you are living together. You've lived with this person for God knows how long. You have known this person for God knows how long. And then suddenly, you become strangers. Suddenly, it becomes a better relationship. And you ask yourself, how am I going to live without this person? How am I going to start all over again? And I think that is one of the reasons why a lot of people prefer to live in an abusive relationship or a bad relationship, because the fact that they are going to start all over again, they ask themselves, what if the next person that I meet is worse than the person that I am with? What if the attitude of the next partner I'm going to meet is way terrible than the person that I am with? And this makes a lot of people decide to stick with some individuals that are making them feel less of themselves. And so this is not my personal story anyways. It is about people that friends that I'm with, stories that I've read. And I think that, I don't know, you guys should tell me in the comments section, have you ever been in love with someone before? And with this feeling that comes with love, when you are leaving that relationship, how is it like? How difficult is it leaving the relationship? It looks as if your whole world is shattered. It looks as if you have come to the end of the road. When you are in love, everything looks beautiful. You can't wake up in the morning without talking to that someone. You can't go to bed in the night without talking to that someone. That someone becomes your everything. Now, in any relationship, there are fights, there are arguments, there are disagreements here and there. And you try to make things work because you see your future with this particular person. You see this person to be that someone that makes your life wholesome or complete. You see the person to be someone that makes you a better person. Maybe that is not the case, but to you, you've never felt this way before until you met this person. This person is making your life so beautiful. And then it turns out, there comes the breakup. A lot of people struggle to deal with breakups, and I'm not coming to sit here and pretend I'm a saint. I wouldn't say that I know how to deal with breakups because it's not an easy thing. When you are going through breakups, it looks as if everything has just come to an end for you. It looks as if your whole world has come crashing. And if care is not taken, you will never be happy again. You'll never be able to do your normal things that you do. You'll never be okay when you go to work. I mean, it's going to take a toll on you. That's only if you are not in love with this person. So there will be friends that will advise you, oh, this person, why are you not over this person even after 1 year or 2 years of breakup? Why are you not over this person? It's not easy. It's not easy for you to be over someone just in a year or two when you guys have really built something beautiful together. And so I think that we should be able to learn more about how to deal with breakups because it's part of human nature. I mean, I don't wish for the worst for anybody, but you can't trust people 100%. Today it's all beautiful, tomorrow it will be ugly. Then you ask yourself, am I going to get through this? Am I going to do things right? Am I going to find someone who will love me again? Even people in marriages, when the marriage collapses, the individuals that made up the marriage, if it is the woman, she will be asking herself, so would I ever find love again? But yes, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, the fact that it's all gloomy now, it's all dark now, it's all ugly now, doesn't mean that it wouldn't get better. And there is one thing that I always say, that when you are going through heartbreaks, that is when you begin to reflect all the good moments. You begin to reflect all the good moments that you've had with this person. And I tell you, that is when you pick up your phone and you'll be looking at your pictures, all the nice pictures that you guys have taken together. You'll be going through your chats and be reading all the messages that you are sent to each other. It is not going to help you, because the more you try to connect more with the things that you guys have done, it's then make it difficult for you to forget about the relationship. And I'm not saying that it will take a year or two. Sometimes it takes 3 years, 4 years, 5 years for you to get over someone. So, I mean, there are some friends out there, when their friends are going through heartbreaks and probably they are not easily listening to their advice, the only thing you can do as a friend is to help your friend take his or her mind off whatever that is happening to him or her at the moment. There are some friends that probably when you're going through heartbreaks, they will tell you, this man, I told you, I knew this person wasn't good for you, da 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 da. And then the conversation will end. That person is not going to check up on you maybe a week or 2 weeks later when you guys talk again. And then he's like, oh, you two, it's been how many years now? It's been how many months now? Why are you not over this man? So, but in that period when you guys were not talking, do you know what the person was going through? So as a friend, when someone is going through heartbreaks, I think the only thing you can do is to give the person all the support that you can give. If it is a daily communication that you can have with that person, do it. If that person is indeed your friend, because at that time they become lonelier. I mean, this is the period that you feel so lonely, even so lonely than before. You need someone to fill that gap. You need someone to replace the individual that you've lost, or that someone that have given you that broken heart. You need someone to fill that gap. And you don't also want to be a burden on certain people or your friends. And so you find it difficult to call them, to talk to them about what you are going through. But it's always great when you keep these people close. It's always great when you talk to these people, you speak to them, let them know that, I mean, you are there for them 24/7. Yes, you also have your life to live, but you are there for them 24/7. That at any time you are going to call them to check up on them, even if you have to do this for a man, unless the person is not your friend. But if indeed The person is your friend. You are the only person that can help such individual to go, to get over that period. And you have to suggest other things that can make the person take his or her mind off whatever he or she is going through. I sometimes I go on Facebook and I read stories of some women that are talking about how terrible their husbands are, and their husbands cheating on them, and their husband says they don't find them attractive anymore, and they are going through divorce. And many people will be like, yes, leave the house, divorce the man, do this. Why are you still with the man? It's easier said than done. I mean, you can give all that suggestion. Yes, it is great. If your husband is cheating on you, who would want to be with a cheating partner? I mean, now that sickness are all over, who would want to be with a cheating partner? But it's easier said than done. That leave this. The person needs support, needs someone that he or she can talk to, someone that can give him or her that emotional support, so that he or she can take that bold step of saying, I am working out. It's always great to work out and build something for yourself, because I think one thing that we also forget in relationship is we create our life around certain individuals. So the life that you are living, it is centered on one particular person. You don't even consider yourself. You don't even consider putting yourself out there. And so why don't you also focus on building up yourself, your career? I mean, I don't think that you are so rich that you don't need more money. So why don't you put yourself out there? There are certain women that will say, oh, my husband is cheating, I am praying that God will change my husband. Pray for yourself. But as the person is going through that moment, know that the person would need all the emotional support in this world. Because it's easier to say work out. Even if they don't have kids, it's easier for you to say work out. Because probably this individual has known this man for 10 years, 15 years. And the mistake that we most often do, that I said earlier, is we live our life to please other people. When we are in a relationship, we want the individual to validate us. It's kind of, we need some validation from them, and so we do things to please them. We make our life center around them. And so when there is a little issue and then it becomes something else, you are finding it difficult to be yourself, to be the woman or the man that you are. Your life come crashing down. And so I always say that if you know any friend that is going through a terrible marriage, that is going through a relationship which is terrible, or is going through some heartbreaks, the only thing you can do is to offer that person emotional support. There are some that need financial support, and if you're a good friend, and one thing too, I think some people, especially the women, immediately they enter into relationship, they cut off their friends. Oh, I am dating. And so your friends are no more important in your life. You call, they wouldn't be going out with you. Maybe you have your girls outing or something that keeps you guys together. They wouldn't be involved in any activities. They hardly call their friends to check up on them. It's all about my man, my man, my man, my man. And so when it happens that way, now your friends also will be like, okay, when it was all beautiful and all nice, you hardly check up on me. So how will then be able to also come around or come to your rescue? And so I think that one of the mistakes that we do is, when we are in relationships or marriages, we tend to cut off every individual. Yes, sometimes some friends are corrupt. They can corrupt your relationship or your marriage. But as you are with a friend, you definitely know that Nipa way, this is how he or she is. So you have to know that this friend that I am with is a great friend who will help me. So the only thing you can do for yourself is keep your friends around, especially the good ones, the ones that you think they are a positive influence on your life. Keep them close, so that when there is any issue, they will be the one to support you 24/7. Love is a beautiful thing. Love makes you go gaga. Love makes you glow. I mean, it's nice to wake up and you know that there's one person who is thinking about you. It's beautiful to wake up and you know you are going home to meet that one person who you will just with talk about all the things that happened to you during the day. And so, if you know that you have had a terrible relationship or you have given up on love, please give love a second chance. Give love a second chance because love is a beautiful thing. And yeah, sometimes things happen. As a friend told me, some individuals are not lucky enough. You meet the devil, the devil's children, the devil's grandchildren, the devil's great grandchildren before you meet that right person. And I will leave you with this. Pray, 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 pray. Prayer is the key. Whenever you are with someone and you think that you don't feel right about the person, pray. It is only prayer that will make you know in your spirit that this person means good for you or not. This is where we end today's episode. Just comment below if you've ever gone through heartbreak before and how did you deal with it, because I know a lot of us want to learn about it. A lot of people are going through heartbreaks and they don't know what to do, how to handle it and all that. And as I said earlier, I'm not a saint for me to say that I am perfect and I know how to handle heartbreak. I am even worse. I can't handle anything. And so just leave your comment below. Let me know how you were able to handle heartbreaks and how you were able to push through and if you were able to find love again. This is where we bring our video to an end today. And if you've watched to this far, know that I love you so much and thank you. God bless you. Kindly subscribe to the channel and I am promising, in fact, I'm going to do it, that henceforth I'll post videos twice a week.